He wasn't built like a soldier. Tall, awkward, always a step behind thanks to a limp and a stutter, David Stirling looked more at home at a cocktail party than a battlefield. But that's the thing about visionaries, they don't see what's in front of them, they see what isn't yet. While generals planned grand invasions and drawn-out battles, Stirling sat hunched over a scrap of paper, candle flickering, sketching chaos. His plan? Forget armies! Bring just a handful of men, hit hard, vanish faster, make the enemy doubt their own eyes. And so, in a patch of the Libyan desert under a moonless sky, 6 men gathered around Stirling in a tent barely big enough for 2. No fanfare, no medals, just a promise, do the impossible or die trying. That night, the SAS was born. Their first mission? Disaster. Parachutes into a sandstorm. Men lost, equipment gone. Most would have quit. Stirling didn't. He adapted. He swapped parachutes for jeeps. Guns blazing, engines roaring, his men raced across the dunes under cover of darkness. They weren't soldiers, they were ghosts, showing up where no one expected, then gone before the dust settled. Airfields exploded, fuel depots burned, convoys shredded. The Germans called them terrorists, Churchill called them heroes. And soon, Rommel, the desert fox himself, realized his airfields weren't being bombed. They were being hunted. Stirling had a code, who dares wins. He didn't care for numbers, he cared for nerve. 12 men, if they were the right 12, could do what battalions couldn't. He chose men who didn't belong anywhere else. Misfits, rebels, wild men with wild eyes. Under him they found purpose, they became legends. With less than a dozen men one night, Stirling destroyed over 30 enemy aircraft. The SAS was no longer theory, it was terror whispered about in Axis camps, feared in every desert outpost. But in 1943 the desert caught its ghost. Stirling was captured, disguised as a civilian, hands up but unbowed. Even behind barbed wire he plotted escape, resistance, always thinking like a soldier. When the war ended, the SAS was supposed to be a wartime footnote. Stirling wouldn't let it fade. He passed on what he'd built, a regiment, a creed, a legend. Today, every daring operation, every rescue, every shadow war traces a line back to Stirling's madness. He built warriors out of misfits. He made ghosts out of men. And when others ran from danger, David Stirling ran straight into it.